Hi, welcome back to therapy. So tell me how your week has been on like maybe a scale 0 to 10, 10 being extremely stressful and bad, and 0 being a great week.
Well, I've had a pretty stressful week, so probably about like a 5 or a 6.
Okay, and what made it so stressful, and like what would you like to talk about today?
Well, my dog passed away, a couple weeks ago,
Right.
and I'm just thinking about it now that I'm all by myself in my house. Like, I don't know if I'm ready to get a new dog, but I kind of feel like alone and sad since my dog passed away. So I just don't know if I'm ready to get a new dog or if it's too soon.
Right, that would be a really tough decision and very emotional to deal with this, but I think we can work together and brainstorm some ideas and maybe come up with a good solution to this.
Okay.
Okay, so the big problem, right, you're facing is whether you should get a new dog or not, right?
Yeah.
Um, okay, so are there any other possible outcomes or like possible solutions you could do so you could get a dog, or maybe
Well,
not?
I don't know. I was thinking of maybe going to, they have like a PetSmart where you can go look at the animals and see if maybe I feel attached to one or would want to get one. But besides that, I really haven't thought of any other solutions so far.
Okay, maybe you could get a different type of animal so you still have the companionship, but it might not remind you of Fluffy too much, so you wouldn't be too sad about it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking maybe when I go to PetSmart, look around, see if they have like a bird or like a rabbit or some other animal that, maybe I would like to see
Right.
like, oh, like maybe I can get something after Fluffy. I just don't know if I'm ready, and getting a new dog might feel too soon.
Or maybe you could get a different breed of dog, and it would keep that separate and wouldn't remind you too much.
That's also not a bad idea because Fluffy was a chow, so if I get maybe a Labrador, it would look so different. It wouldn't really remind me of her.
Right, yeah. And you could still, have that companionship, and maybe having a new dog or a new animal itself would help you cope and be happy and have that friend to come home to every night.
Yeah, maybe I'll look and see if they have an adoption for dogs coming up and see if they have something that doesn't look like Fluffy, that's like a short hair breed.
Right.
And maybe I'll feel like an attachment to it.
I think that sounds like a pretty good option, and maybe over this next week you can start looking at pet stores and shelters and just see how you're feeling throughout the whole process and looking at the dogs and keep thinking about what you're feeling during this, and then next week we can talk about it a little bit more and reevaluate and decide if that is still the best option for you to go with.
Okay, I think that's a good start. I can just go and start looking and see if I even like any of them.
Right. Okay, so awesome. This next week you'll look at other dogs or maybe just other animals, and we'll reevaluate next week.
Okay, thank you.